so IC or UNMI are my choices. Alright, well, Eldritch Asteroid could work. Molehole area. Molehole area is interesting with UNMI. It's also good with IC. I got the fuel generators. Kelp farming if I get oceans. I'm trying to think about how I could make this work with UNMI. If I take supplier and metal-rich asteroid, I don't really like gallium mining that much. That is 8 steel. So molehole's basically free. I can take the kelp farming. Use my ability right off the bat. Energy tapping could work towards an O2 bumper, but I do hate that minus point possibility. Yeah, I don't think I will. I think I'll take these two instead to work towards energy bumper. I'm not a super big fan of solar power in general, but I think it works okay here. Gonna take the molehole and the kelp farming for sure. Gonna molehole on the cards. And Phobos seems okay as a late game point thing, mid game point thing. Not great though. Phobos is iffy, but I'm going to take it as a maybe. I think it's okay. So I'm going to use my action, get my steel, and put the molehole on the cards if I can. They could have an ocean to get there first, though. And if they do, I'll need to think about where I want to go instead. Could go for one card, or I could go for the titanium. That would make the Phobos Space Haven a better pickup. IO, okay. That's a good one. If I drop the heat energy, I have a heat bump every gen. I agree with that, except not this gen, right? Because it'll be next gen that the stuff will come over to get up to 8. Yeah. Yep. So it's definitely worth doing. Plus, it sets me up for a bumper as well, which is valuable. What's taking so long on Binyaka's Preludes, I wonder? Maybe he did experimental forest into advanced ecosystems. Dang it. Wow. Well, those were some really good ones. Alright, so let's do the math here. So I can do that for basically free anyway. I think I still just go for the card here as opposed... I could do the titanium though. It's hard. The titanium definitely has value in that it lets me get Phobos down or other stuff sooner, but I'm also pretty sad on cards, but I think the 2 titanium is still worth more than the card right now. Well, Binyaka now looks like the guy to beat. He's going to have a very strong plant engine. But at least I have kelp farming, so if he does put down the oceans, I at least get the kelp farming. So here's what I'm debating though, Aspirin. I agree with your line, but it only starts as of... Energy only starts going over as of next turn, and it doesn't matter then. Oh wow. Lava flows, huh? We're all going pretty heavy terraforming. So, I'm gonna have 4 heat, and then next round I'll have 8 heat. So Gen 3 I'll have 8 heat, meaning Gen 4 is where I'll be back to having just 4 heat. So I'm debating if I really want to play the power right now. If I wait to Gen 2 to play it, then it comes down there in Gen 3. And then that way I save my money. I could also Phobos Space Haven now, as funny as that is. But I feel like I want to wait to see if I find something better. So anyway, so yeah, Gen 2 I'll be at 4 heat, Gen 3 I'll be at 8 heat. So I can wait on playing this power to avoid that income penalty, I think. I think that makes the most sense. Oh, so much money too. I mean, so much cards. Definitely looking good for him. And this guy's going hard on the terraforming strategy. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Terraformer this game. Gonna make this fast just to... Wow, look at him go. Oh, restricted area? Oh my goodness. It's feeling like GG now. He's just got such a good start. I'm gonna need something really good in the future drafts to overcome that. I'm passing down, so I'm thinking that this guy should take the domed crater. Don't see domed crater really fit into my strategy right now. Music sounds louder for some reason. hopefully I don't get hackers. So these are ways for me to at least use my TR action this turn. But yeah, this draft is definitely not what I was looking for. Wow. I mean, I don't have anything to use research coordination with, but I think it's got to be better than just 2 heat right now. I already got power that I can use to make that better, so. And what type of pack did they get, that research coordination? It's getting passed around as the 3rd card, and I'm stuck with this junk. I'm actually thinking about taking release because I just have nothing to do right here. Research coordination feels fine as well. Just a question of symbiotic fungus. And temperature's going up fast, so I'm gonna even gamble on that. I think all of these are okay cards when there's nothing else to do in hand. Okay, hopefully the dome crater did not get passed around, but he can't play it immediately anyway. So I'm gonna open with Asteroid, use my action. Okay. Well, I still can kill a few of his plants. So now that I'm at 5 heat production, I'm gonna be good for a few gens now. Because next turn I'll be at 11 heat, then that'll put me at 18 heat. So I don't even have to play the power now if I don't want to. What I might do instead is just consider playing Phobos for the titanium production, honestly, but I still think I can probably get better uses of my titanium than putting it on Phobos. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I should just go ahead and play it. The sooner I play it, the more it produces for me, and I don't have anything else I really want to do right now. Got 1 builder tag to his 3, but he passed. Two, three, 4. So I got 4 builder tags basically. Jeez. I can't get AMC just yet. Yeah, I think I am gonna play this, as weird as it is. Okay. These are some good cards. Adaption technology lets me go ahead and get closer to kelp farming. If I pass that to Binyaka, he can just do algae on it. Space Station is a great card as well. I'm actually debating just taking this, though, to avoid him getting algae. And it works out okay with kelp farming, but not great. Space Station is a probably better card to take. Acquired Company would be my third pick, with Breathing Filters as my last pick. I think I'm scared enough of algae coming down early, and I have kelp farming that I'm going to take Adapted Tech. It feels very strange to make that decision, though. Okay. Satellites is 3 income. Hired Raiders is negligible. Small Animals is tempting. I think I take the Satellites. It's still early enough, and I did pass it. I don't want to pass it to the same guy I passed Space Station to. Cloud seeding, huh? I mean, I don't really respect the Jovians. I think I'm going to take this just so this guy can't get his plant prod too high. And I could take it as well to start getting my plant prod going. Alright, so let's think about my options here now. If I take Adapted Tech for kelp farming and cloud seeding, you know this game is looking pretty desperate when I'm going, if I take cloud seeding and Adapted Technology, I might be okay. Alright. So obviously things are looking bad. I've got 3 reserved for my action. I don't have to play anything else here. Satellites is basically 3 production. It's basically an acquired company if I were to play research coordination as well. Ninja Mare? Oh, sorry, the Cruise didn't see that. No, I don't think I'm gonna try and Ninja Mare. That just doesn't seem like the best approach there, especially since I've got no other Jovians. I think I'm taking Adapted Tech and Cloud Seeding, as funny as it is, for the plant prod. Satellites is the only one I'm debating on. So if I take this, I'm at 25. I can just play Cloud Seeding and use my action. I don't really feel like I can afford Breathing Filters right now, which should make me asking, do I even want to play Adapted Technology then? But and Satellites Gen 4 is still fine for production, I think. I've got 1 space tag already, and I've got a research coordination, which is the second one, and then Satellites is the third one. This is Preludes, Anthracite. And I've got a pretty sad UNMI start. I've got the heat going at least, but Binyaka drew really well. Aquifer into experimental forest, which got him algae and Arctic algae. Then he played restricted area, mining rights. Like, oof. What a start. Yeah, Power Whisk, the tag, the wild tag is the extra production there. But I'm not actually going to get around to playing it, I don't think. I think I'm about to play the sadness that is cloud seeding. Because it does open me up for a bunch of plant production. Yeah, Binyaka is drawing incredibly well. Surprised I took cloud seeding? I'm on the fence on it. Basically what I'm seeing though, Anthracite, is that it's 3 oceans, Gen 3, heat's going up fast, so it's going to be a fast game. Cloud seeding gets me some plant production early, which I can use to help move O2 along and maybe close out the game with that. I don't remember what the other pick was, but it wasn't anything outstanding. And I took Adapted Tech because I didn't want Binyaka to have it because he could just instantly algae with it. Feels worse than the SP Greenery. I can kind of see that argument, honestly. Because it is going to cost me some money here. But I bought it already, so I'm going to play it. Hit Chongqing. SP means standard project, Power Whisk. Yep, like Anthracite said. So let's do some power math and see when I would need to play power. So I'm at 10 next turn. So I'll be at 17 the next turn. So I still don't need to play any power yet. That's pretty good for him. So I don't need to play anything yet, so I'm just going to pass. Binyaka is clearly going to take Planner and probably Gardener. So my chance here is to take Terraformer, I think. Okay. Well, I sure would love business contacts, but gotta be imported nitrogen here. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with your analysis there, but I feel like there's still something to be said about when you have a kelp farming in hand, and you're expecting a fast game to just get some plant production, but at the same time, I can see the SP line as well. Any scenario where energy saving is actually worth playing, if there are 3 cities on the board and you need 3 energy for something, it's worth playing, I'd say. Because if you do the math, you're basically paying 18 MC. Whoa. Wow. What? What? Huh. He's got 1 science tag. I've got 0 science tags, but I've got 2 there. I'm actually thinking about taking robotic workforce here to just get a lot of heat. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to play quantum extractor. I've only got 2 science tags right now. Robotic workforce, in the meantime, gets me an additional 4 heat production. So I'll be able to easily take all the heat bumps. Yeah, and I can fund Thermalist. Yeah, I just think Quantum's a trap here, as much as I hate to pass it. Mangrove. Ooh, I'm happy to take a Mangrove. We'll be getting up to 4 degrees real quick this game. So fish would be the best card I could find right now, I think. Definitely looking for fish. So I think I take these 3. Wouldn't buy Play Robo, it's Kelp or FF. Well, I don't super disagree with you there. But opening up Thermalist is somewhat appealing. But I can see the point that you're making in that since heat's still going to fill up pretty quick, playing it now might not get me enough of a benefit. Oh boy, alloys? That's not good. Yeah, if you play the game enough, Power Whist, you start to learn all the cards. Unfortunately, him getting alloys there means he's going to get his quantum online soon. Oh no, and Earthcat. Yeah, it's definitely FF to Binyaka there, I think. So what do I want to do now? Can research coordination satellites still. Man, he just is drawing well, I guess. So I have some potential here. I can research One sec. So I can research coordination and satellites, which is going to get me 3 production, which is okay. I can also just robotic workforce on my heat since I bought it, and have a pretty safe Thermalist fund. I can also play adapted tech, but I still couldn't play kelp farming anyway. So that's 4, it's 8. I think I can robotic workforce and research coordination. I'm going to copy the heat and see what comes of it. His prelude hate is paying off? What you mean by that? Easy game. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I've got a shot at getting. Just the question is, can I get it before yellow gets builder? Benny hates preludes? Well, I can't say I necessarily blame him. They can certainly be pretty swingy. Research? Maybe I should just hurry up and fund Thermalists while I can. Nah. Probably not yet. So it's Gen 4, and usually I'm still okay with doing that for income. But I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm actually thinking I might do release of inert gases here just because I'm somewhat desperate to get Terraformer. Yeah. Agreed on that, anthracite. So next turn I'll be at 13 heat. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 with inert gases, so I'm at 33. So I don't know if I can get Terraformer in time, but I feel like I lose if I lose a milestone if I don't release of inert gases here. So I think I'm going to risk it, as bad as it feels. I don't think this is normally a correct play. Yep. Very sad. But, you know, I had a bunch of titanium from Metal Rich and, whatchamacallit, so I figured, well, I'm gonna play it for the 3 victory points and, some titanium production. It'll pay for itself at the end of the game. I had a pretty sad start. And still a pretty sad hand. But that's the way these games go sometimes. Well, the general idea of their Power Whist is that you're not looking to play big expensive... Protected Habs? Really? Oh, well, he has all the other good cards. Why not? Uh, anyway, the general idea is that as UNMI, you want a fast, efficient terraforming game, and Phobos is not that. It is points with a small amount of production. So generally speaking, there's not that much reason that you'd want to play that card as UNMI, but my circumstances are such that I felt like it would be the appropriate use of my titanium since I had nothing else in hand. And as it turns out, I was right. But ooh. Strip mine. Passing up to Benny. Strip mine's good though. Speeds up the game some. Helps me get but urbanized area would also be fantastic here. This is a bit of a toughie. I like both of these cards, Strip Mine and Urbanized, but I'm leaning towards Strip Mine because I am having to fight for Terraformer here. And I think I need the TR here to... But then again, I can SP City Mirror. And I can't really even play Strip Mine this gen. Yeah, I'm passing to Binyaka, though not to yellow. But I could take Urbanized. Binyaka doesn't really have a use for Strip Mine. He'd probably just cut it. Yeah, if I'd kept Ganymede Colony. But I'm not taking a terrible card like that. Oh, wow. Thanks, Power Whisk, for the subscription. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is tough. Urbanized Area is probably the best point card, and I don't think I can play Strip Mine this generation, but Strip Mine does let me go for Terraformer and get more production, but at Gen 5, it's a little late for that anyway. So I'm already at 32. I can... Next turn, I'll be at enough to get Terraformer. You still like Strip Mine more? I'm on the fence, so if you like this one a little more, then I'll take Strip Mine. Ooh, birds, perfect. I'm gonna take that. Problem now is Binyaka is very close to getting Mayor and Gardener and Planner, but I guess he doesn't have the money to claim all those milestones. Martian surveys, I guess. Yeah, power plant to Benny for urbanized is sad, but I have imported nitrogen in hand. I feel like, oh, that necessitates a 1-point animal. And I think Martian Survey is hoping for just a bit much. He's got no space tags. He's got 1 space tag. So I don't think Toll Station's worthwhile. So I'm just going to take these 2. Martian Survey just feels too expensive to be effective in this game. So I could consider selling a card to play Strip Mine, but that means I have to miss out on my Terraformer action, and Strip Mine is how I'm kind of counting on taking this temperature bump. So I think I'm going to forego that for now. Until I see what other people are doing. Because there could be a line here where I don't use my UNMI action, and I instead just sell a card, play Strip Mine, increase my temperature, and that gets me a 33 TR, letting me as my second action here get to 35 and then claim my next go around. But that still feels unlikely to me. The good news is that Benny's poor. He can't really afford all these milestones just this moment. Immigration shuttles, wow. Really wish I knew where GIA was. That'd be the perfect card for me. Okay, there's the urbanized area. Yep, quite good for him. I'm just gonna slow play this one a little bit. See where things are going. He's at 6 now. So he's got 2 on Gardener, he's got 6 at Builder, he can claim Planner at any time. But I imagine he's going to claim now, or next, and first thing next turn. I'm a little disappointed that I haven't found any microbe use here. I took it as a gamble since heat was going up so fast, but I have not seen anything to reward me for that gamble. So, moment of truth, I have to decide if I want to play Strip Mine or if I want to save it. And I think I save it. I think that makes the most sense to me. He hires raided me? Yep, well I'm definitely saving it now. I'm surprised he attacked me. I think that yellow is probably the bigger threat, but I guess I have more cards and he doesn't know what cards I've got. Oh yeah, he needs cash for the triple. I guess he was at 2. But he can't get the triple yet. He's gotta get the forced somehow. I think I'm gonna save my cash for the satellites. That's true. He did just make a bad play. I think I'm gonna hold off on the satellites. It's not really good enough. I'm gonna save my money for next gen. And hope I can somehow claim Terraformer here before Benny can take all the milestones. Yeah, it is going to be tough for him to take all three. He's either going to have to standard a greenery, standard a city, and play, or play 2 more building tags and pay 16 money. It feels difficult. So I think I've got a decent chance at getting Terraformer since yellow has not pushed builder any. Okay, that helps him with the gardener. Now he just has to SP an ocean, and he has gardener. And he's 1 away on builder. But that, unless he has like artificial lake, I don't see how he can do all that in the actions he needs. Oh wow. So optimal actually isn't very good for me. Insects is the best card here for me, but I don't have much in the terms of plant production as of plant tags at this time. I've got mangrove and kelp farming. I'm actually debating if it's correct to take Lava Tube Settlement, because Lava Tube Settlement does help Benny out with his goals here. And it gives me a place to place my greeneries. But I think I'm just going to say let him have Lava Tube Settlement if he'd have to get the power to play it. And that would set him up, but I'm going to strip mine and use my heat, and I've got my milestone anyway. So but he could do it, right? With this approach, he'd have to play the power, play the Lava Tube Settlement, and then he'd be able to milestone. I'd miss out on it. Yeah, research outposts would also be very good for him. Yeah, so he'd have to get power from somewhere. We'll assume 7 for that. That's 22. He'd get 3 back from playing it. But then, that'd be 19. He's at 14. He couldn't afford it, including buying his cards. So I think it's safe to pass this. I guess I take insects. It's the one with the highest upside for me. Yeah. Lava Tube Settlement wouldn't be too bad either, honestly, for me. I could put the mangrove up there on the steel and play it there. But insects is just a very good card that I would like to keep for getting greeneries, which I think are my only path to winning here. I don't really care about capital. Sabotage is one I'm thinking about taking to hit Benny with. Do I care if Chongqing gets that? He's at 1 city. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about saboing Benny here just to make sure I can get my terraformer. Look at that garbage. Guess I'll take the methane. Since I was passing the Ganymedes around earlier, not caring. And it's funding for Thermalist, right? Yeah. Thermalist. Land claim is interesting to me. But a little too expensive, I think. Yep. That's true. Maybe I could get 2 milestones here. So I think I'm going to take these 2. And I'm not going to bother with methane and land claim. Well, I've got kelp farming, I've got research coordination, and I've got mangrove, which all could come online relatively soon. So that's 3 tags for insects, which I think is good enough. But yeah, I currently have 0, so it could be a while before I get insects down. But I think it's still good enough to keep the insects. But just those 2. Well, remember, I've got my molehole area down here, so it's going to be difficult to get the greeneries for the SP greenery line. Okay, so that's how he's going to do it. Well, that was efficient. Problem is now is that saboing doesn't actually do anything for me. He's going to have to sell 6 cards. Saboing him just makes him have to sell more than that. So if he's going to sell 6 he's to get the milestone, he's going to sell 8 to get the milestone. Gardener's not an option anymore either. Sabo after loan? You think he's going to loan? I'm not sure what you're saying there. You're saying he could have a loan? Yeah, if I Sabo after loan, though, he just claims the milestone and he's got it. I could Sabo him now, which would mean that he couldn't loan, right? He's at -2, not -3. But boy, sabotaging someone for 2 MC sure feels pretty bad. But that does let me get it, right? So if he does a loan, he gets the milestone. If I Sabo him, oh, he has EC, yeah, forget it. I don't know, I'm thinking about this line, Anthracite. If I bump the heat and Sabo him, I'm at 33. There's no universe he can do which would allow him to sell the cards, and then he'd have to loan. And then I'd be able to play Strip Mine and claim Terraformer. He could sell one, but then he's action starved, right? He doesn't have Earth Office, so I think I can do it. Yep, he's just mine. Yeah, he's so invention. Investment loan is 1 cost for him. So if I sabotage him, then he can't do it. And then I get it. Yeah, just -2. So yeah, I think it actually is correct to sabotage him for just 2 and bump the heat. Actually, I should strip mine just to avoid things going wrong like energy tapping. Yeah, I'm gonna make it into the curiosity channel by hitting him for 7 with that, and then I'm gonna strip mine. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing questionable decision history here. As I go. So now he has to sell 8 cards versus 6. So if he had investment loan, he's not going to be too happy with having to sell 8 cards. But he still can get the milestone. No loan. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he will. I would if I were him. Sell 8. He's been drawing cards. I'm sure he's got some garbage, but he sounds like he doesn't want to do it for 8. Yeah, that's true. Making him sell a bunch of discounted cards definitely is painful. I also agree. I think I would sell 8 here. It would just be painful. We'll see what he does. If he takes all of them, I'm just basically in a one-on-one against Knutar there to try and see who gets second place. Yeah. Well, if you keep every card, the good side is that you can sell all the cards when you need extra money. That's what Sky believes. That's why he buys every card all the time. Alright, he did do it. Alright. See if I get Deimosed here. But boy, this kelp farming's never going to come down. Huh. Interesting. He's kind of given me a possibility here. Yeah, he sold 8 to take it. Yep. He did. I'm gonna sell a card here. Solar power is at least a point. I think satellites has the least benefit for me right now. So I'm just gonna see what this guy's doing, and if there's any way I can standard a asteroid to then greenery into SP greenery to take the ocean bonus. Okay, he played Noctis City, so he's out. So if he's out like that and the other guy's passed, I think I just go ahead and take the temperature there. Yeah, they'll be a little sad, but yeah, we'll shoot. I think I'm going to SP Asteroid to then double SP Greenery is a line. Is SP Asteroid worth it, though? I'm paying 14 for 2 TR, essentially. And then I have to SP another greenery as well. I might play another one, Skywalker. So let's see, I'll be at 37 after this. Which means there's not a whole lot for me to do here. You know what? Sure. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if this is right, but getting as much TR as I can and moving towards ending this game is probably the best way for me to have a shot at second here. Well, that's a great card to get with birds and all this heat prod. Oh, Inventors Guild. Where have you been my whole life? Poor guy never found his tags he needed for the quantum extractor. I'll tell you what though, without seeing some oceans, this game could go on a while. It might be correct. Oh, it's Martian Rails. Probably still correct to take the space mirror. Yeah, 37 for 5, which is not the best ratio. I think I can take these two. That puts me to 32. So then I can still do the SP greenery. Yeah, seems right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. What card I draw? Tardigrades! I got the thing for my imported nitrogen! My symbiotic fungus! The synergies are coming together! Alright, I think, plants are actually correct here. Because I've got the kelp farming and the mangrove and local heat trapping. Problem is that's pretty much my whole turn. I can play the tardigrades for hilarity with symbiotic fungus, but think I can probably just do that later and get the same effect. Oh, interesting. Well, now that he's bumped his heat up that much, funding Thermalist is not correct for me. But I'm fine with that. Guess he's going Joves. I did pass him that Ganymede colony a while back, I guess. I passed someone a Ganymede colony. I don't know. This game is painful? You're telling me. It passed to Binyaka? What? I passed it to him and he said, no thanks, I don't want a quantum extractor. Jeez. Whatever. Get me out of this game. All the stuff that you're seeing here, Anthracites, because when I said, let's play a 3-player game, no one responded, so having to play with a random guy who thinks being from a thorium asteroid with heat at the completely filled up is appropriate, which either means he has all 4 Jovian molts, or, yeah, it's a play otherwise. What was my other corp? Icy. And all I had for IC was Molehole area, which I already had the steel anyway. While I was starting hand, a bunch of junk. These 3 cards that have been here this whole time, and Molehole area, and that's about it. I don't remember the exact details, but suffice to say, it was a sad starting hand, and I thought Molehole with UNMI was probably my best chance. And I feel like I was right, because I did not get much in the way of... oh, Phobos Space Haven, that was the other card in hand that took. Yeah, that's that bad. Preludes, I don't remember. It was Metal Rich Asteroid, and supplier, and some other stuff that I didn't think was as good. Yeah, it was IC Skywalker. The good news is I am at 44 TR. So, at least it's looking like I've got second place right now. You like Galley and mining? I don't. I don't like that card. But maybe it would have been correct. I like Supplier more though, because it set me up with solar power and fuel generators to immediately turn on the bumper if I found it. Oh, there's the GIA. Alright, this game's heading towards a conclusion now. So hey, I can finally play kelp farming. Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna pass. Unless there's an award I feel like I can fund. He's gonna take the last heat bump. I could sell some cards for Mangrove. Nah, I'd have to sell everything to play kelp. Which maybe is correct. But like local heat trapping and birds are quite good still. As is imported nitrogen. So that's 4 cards I wouldn't sell, which brings me to not enough. Yeah, I see he's now past arrow breaking to Benny. Just come on, dude. So if I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's still not enough. I think I'm just gonna pass and cry. Maybe it's too greedy, but I still think mangrove and kelp farming, imported nitrogen, birds, and heat trapping are good enough. And if I'm going to do all that, might as well do the tardigrades too. Probably Inventor's Guild was too greedy, but without seeing where the oceans were, I did not know how long this game was going to go, so I feel like it's an okay thing to have taken. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping the tardigrades. It's 1 point. That's fine. Binyaka gets his greeneries and his cities. He was always winning. So the less points this Qatar guy can take, or Kunatar, I guess, the better. So I'll just accept getting second. Banker. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. What a sad hand. What a sad game. If I manage to get even second with this, I'll be flabbergasted. I kept too many cards filter? It's quite possible. The adapted technology was somewhat questionable play, but I saw it at 3 oceans in Gen 3 and was thinking, well, another ocean means a kelp farming for me, so that's worthwhile. Yeah, I probably should have skipped satellites. Insects I still don't think is wrong to take. It is basically a gamble though on how long it takes for the oceans to come down. But yeah, there's no way I was ever beating Binyaka. It's just, do I beat this Kunatar guy? So cards I shouldn't have taken. I think these were correct because it left me room for an O2 bumper. I think kelp farming's correct. Ah, fished. That sucks. Symbiotic fungus is probably a questionable one, but I got there in a good amount of time. If I'd found a good bacteria target, I think that gamble would have paid off as well. Okay. Gotta be plantation for me, I think. He's never playing AGT. If Binyaka wants to play AGT, then by all means. That doesn't do much for me. So you're of the opinion I should have adapted tech, SP the ocean for kelp, and then go for it. Hey, there's the O2 bumper. See, the problem with SPing an ocean there, Anthracite, is that he has an Arctic algae, so I'm only really helping. I'd give him it with the Arctic algae and it would just feel bad. Can I fund miner? Theoretically. I don't think it's right though. Alright, so math time. So kelp farming may not be worthwhile. I can plantation and mangrove up top there for 4 steel. I've got 3 steel already, so that's 7 steel. I can fuel generators and I can solar power. And then I could play Underground City. I also want to play birds, which is 10, and tardigrades, which is 4. I've got 24, so imported nitrogen is free. So if I take these 2, I'm at 43. And I can get 7 steel. Alright, I got sidetracked there. So I got 14, so that's basically a cost of 4 there. So that is 12 and 4, 16. 22. I'm at 27 there. Have to play. Yeah, it's too much, I think. Well, I was debating if it's better if I get all the steel up there with where I could put the mangrove, but I don't think it works out for me. I think it's just the plantation here. Maybe I could be persuaded about invention contest, but I think I just take this plantation. Alright, he took that spot anyway, so I'm glad I didn't go down that underground city line. So now my plan is I'm going to mangrove here into plantation there, I think. Get that TR while I can. Oh, I don't even have the science tags to play it. I'll have to play research coordination if I want to play it. Oh no, what a disaster. It's fine. I'll just do this for now. Alrighty. So he's only got 5 cards in hand. He's got 3 points on the board. I've got 3 points on the board. Wow. Wait, you played Nitrophilic Moss? Interesting. Well, hopefully someone out there has Lake Marineris and we can wrap this game up. But if not, I guess I can research coordination for the science tag, and then insects as well. Alright, well, sure. See, the thing is I don't think I should fund miner, not yet at least, because I want to use all this titanium, and but all the mineral affecting things have been seen, so that is the benefit of that. But I think I'd rather just end than fund miner here. So now I'm gonna play birds and tardigrades. Oh, yeah, I don't see, oh, there it is. Large convoy. Alright. It should be pretty much over then. Um, go in birds here. Could I end it with selling all my cards? No. Maybe. No, I'm gonna let Vinny end it. Just gonna do birds here. He's at 6, so he might not be able to, but if he's got O2, he can. So now I could end it if he doesn't end it. So I'm gonna just start selling my cards here. Well, see, I would like to get the extra point on tardigrades, but I think that I want to... If I want to tardigrades, I'm going to have to finagle it here. Yeah, I guess birds might have cost me on that regard. Yeah, so if I sell all of them, that's 16. It's not enough to SP. So... Can I? I don't think I can. I have to play imported nitrogen, and the best I can get is 2 MC, right? So that'd leave me at 17. I don't think so, right? Because I think I only get 2 MC back from the greenery, right? Convert on card, get ocean. I mean, I definitely will convert on the card to see if it happens. Yeah. Oh, if I local heat trapping... Yeah, I am 1 plant short even with that. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'm just gonna overpay on the titanium. Whatever. I'm gonna... Yeah, that had occurred to me as well when you mentioned it with the 1 plant short. So I'm just gonna place it here on this card and see what happens. Maybe I'll find it. Mars U, alright. Cycle adapted tech. I guess technically that's a point. I'm never playing symbiotic fungus. Did I find it? Micro mills, I did not. Alright. Got my point there. I'm gonna hold off on local heat trapping. Yeah, I was thinking Ice Cap could still do it, but miracle never happened. Okay. Radkim is technically best for me. I don't really want that Vesta to pass to the guy that could have a Jove, but worst case, it's 5 points. I think I'm beating him by that much right now. So I'll take the Radkim. Olympus Conference or Virus? Well, I guess I have to cut the Virus so I don't lose my animals. Garbage. Well, Radkim is technically still points if I play the solar power as well. I can think of worse plays. Virus doesn't make much sense to me. He doesn't have any animals. His plants, I could hit him with it for killing his plants, which is okay. Oh, Sid. Thanks for the subscription, man. Glad that you're enjoying the game. I'm not really enjoying it, but you know, that's the way these go sometime. So I can get a point there. So I can do 11 and 11, that's 22 for 3 points. I can think of worse ratios. How'd your duplicate game go? Could still kelp farming for another greenery city. You won? Nice. Excellent. I think I'll take this as a hedge. Scientist, Benny, why you gotta do me dirty like that? I've got some science cards. I just really am not happy at seeing that funded. I guess let's just keep playing. Let's Inventors Guild for the science. Never playing micro mills. Trees. I've never hit catching Binyaka. There's a chance I could get second here. Binyaka claimed all 3 of the awards and is sitting good on awards. He's got all the greeneries. He's got the Earth Cat, Quantum, the Arctic Algae, the Ecozone, Earth Office, Space Station, Shuttles, Decomposers, etc. Optimal. Oh, there's the anti-grav we passed around. AMC. No thanks, a bit much. So my question is just, can I beat this guy with 65 cash? And the answer is probably. I've got 5 points on board compared to his 3. So I'm up 3 there. I'm up 16 in TR. He is up 5 on me on Banker. I tied him on Scientist though. Alright, he standarded a city. Can't say I'm surprised. He's at 25. I'm at 30. We could tie on Thermalist. Can go ahead and sell kelp farming, I think. Well, I should sell insects first. Yep, he's got 7 on board. I've got 5 on board. Wait. 7? Yeah, kelp is a greenery. NRA. Okay. Good thing I kept that virus. Well, if he doesn't have another science tag, then I'm tying him on Scientist already. I think now is the time for a friendly virus. Oh yeah, I've completely overlooked the protected valley right there in the middle of the ocean. Yep. Livestock for a point, huh? Alright, so what's his final score? Let's do some quick math to see if I'm losing. $35 and 11. Getting 7 on awards. He's got 1 greenery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On cities. 0 milestone. And I've got 49 TR. 10 VP. 2 on awards. 5 on greeneries. 0 on cities. 0 milestones. So I'm up by 6 points on him. Thermalist isn't going to get funded now, so I'm just going to play this for the animals. I could consider funding Thermalist myself, but there's no point. I'm just going to play out my cards a little bit here, and kelp farming, yeah, I'm just slightly short, I think. Oh, solar power, rad chem combo, so I should have done a little more math. So make sure I am still tied on scientist, right? Yeah. I'll sell the trees though. Just in case he pulls a fast one on me and makes it so that I'm not going to be able to finish it. Yeah. I agree with you guys. I am way ahead, but I always like to do the double check to make sure. Alright, and the game is over. Okay, I can make it work then. Technically this is plus 4 points, actually. I could do plus 3 here, which is good. But I'm already beating the other guy anyway, so I'll try and get as close as I can to Benny. I'll SP power and then Radcam, and that'll be that. Yeah, I was gonna SP Ocean. If no, I already used my ability, I believe, Anthracite. Cause or did I? Maybe you're right. Maybe I didn't use my ability. I'll have to go back and check the tape. That was my plan, but I was just slightly short on it. I think maybe my mistake there is instead of playing kelp, I should have played trees. I should have still had enough money, enough plants to get a greenery conversion. And saved me 4 MC, and then that way I could have gotten it like that. Yeah, I think trees, playing kelp farming instead of trees was the misplay there. So that'll cost me a point. If I lose the Benny by 1 point, I'll feel bad, but I'm happy to get second with this game. This was a sad start. That's true. Yeah, it would be too. No, I don't know who he is. No one wanted to join our game, so just had to open host and he joined. I'd be surprised if he's from the Discord. Yeah. There we have it. Pretty much decided. Well, if I'd managed to snag one of those milestones, it'd have been a little closer, but still well outside the reach of what I could ever hope to catch.